Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Fires downfield. Working on the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
He steps out of bounds.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. They just keep firing. Grab near the marker. It's Reed. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Quick completion on the out.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not
and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you, and he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Pressure coming. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance into the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Shakes off the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Using the quick game. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is on its way. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Looking to fire. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback on the keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to run it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
4th down coming up.
Washington State will have to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reed. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. A strike downfield. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the 3-ball gives us a tie. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the defense, Dave got him at the 27. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Finds a spot in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
For the offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw on 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman.
We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
And it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
We saw that, and I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Reads it, fires complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Offense gets set for second down. They go to the ground. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's as if the end zone has a no trespassing sign posted. First and goal and a chance for the first touchdown of the game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll try the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Nice move there. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Got it set up on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Under fire. Touchdown, Washington State. Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
Set to kick off.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25, he's brought down at the 26. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Might as well give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
He's brought down.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reed. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
22.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. Swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And they've regained the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He's got him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The give to the tailback.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
I think the biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. Trying to barrel in. And he's in for the touchdown.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the returner is stopped. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to fire on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the completion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Griffin. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Grabs it inside the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. The snap sets up the throw. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Another incompletion on third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Off the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Wants to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Washington State lines up quickly. To the air on second down. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on.
Hold it. Defense.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. Zings it complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Lining up to convert third down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.